there was one artist in the 80s who was known for drawing beautiful women, it was the Italian Milo Manara. I always saw his work on the top shelf of the comic book stores, far out of reach for teenage boys like me. Let's analyze what makes it so 80s, because like he said himself,
una figura nuda è eterna.
I think it has to do with what's popular in pop culture at the time. So, a quick timeline. Marilyn Monroe in the 50s leads to the Jack Kirby bodies in the 60s. It's kind of that corset look and the pointy bra. Then in the 60s, it's Audrey Hepburn, Twiggy, Gene Seberg, the more androgynous look. So I think the comic book world took their reference from the Sophia Lorens of the world. In the 70s, mainstream is a return to a fuller figure. Linda Carter, Pam Grier, Farrah Fawcett, and the comics were getting a little wilder as well. Then a fitness boom hits in the 80s, and it's athletic, tall, not really curvy, even narrow hips and huge shoulders, and comics go there as well. So that's where Manara was. Flash forward to now, where we have a lot of extremes. So let's draw a Manara version and a current staple of hotness version, which I think is the recent female athletic boom. So first analyzing that Manara face, it's very typical. A long head and eyes that are kind of slanted, and the mouth is usually open. And since this is episode 55 of the 100 Styles Challenge, I will use the T-Boss pose to start with. Slightly changing is allowed, but I'm sticking to the side view. I realized while drawing that Manara does that Alphonse Mucha hair. I never noticed that until now. The way it blends together and leaves just patches. Very cool. Head's not looking quite right yet. Yup, okay now. Onto the inking. And I always leave the hardest part till last, the hands. It's okay, I need the practice, so get some trusty Google image reference. Create some retro color with the noise filter, and okay. First round done. On to the 2023 booties then. Starting again from T-Boss. And I think I will merge these images. This one's not really an art style, so I'll stick to the inking of the Manara one. so it's a fair comparison. I will do some more modern coloring with the 3-tone and the fades. Boom! Looking at them side by side is interesting. The 2023 one has a more muscular body because I took the reference from the athletes. But I think that's kind of the ideal these days. Functional, but still sexy. And definitely a focus on the big butt versus the boobies of the 80s. This was probably the most extensive research I've done for this series. So if you have any other fun comparison ideas like this, let me know in the comments and catch you in the next challenge.